Hey there, just wanted to warn you guys that this video will have some jumbling issues with the audio. Unfortunately, the cord I'm currently using to record things isn't working the greatest and has a little bit of jumbling issues. Either way, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I actually had a lot of fun recording it, and have yourself a good day. Bye for now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of Lee proceeds to continue to play War Age because he really enjoys it. In today's episode, we're going to go ahead and I wanted to keep on pushing with my Enma, but I also wanted to do a showcase on what Hide actually has to offer, because I feel as if there's not really any showcases on YouTube that show what he does, and he actually is really interesting. So we're going to do that today. I also wanted to point out, so recently I discovered that you apparently can reset stats of people inside the game, and I got some suggestions from some friends, Kevin, Divine, stuff like that, and they said that I should reset a character and get their items back from it. Now, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Am I about to sneeze? Sorry. That was not an intentional, loud, painful sneeze, but we're gonna go ahead and keep on going. So, I was told to reset Toka because she's not that great of an SS unit and she's not really that fantastic. However, I have spent so much time investing into this Toka. I have grinded for these outfits for so long that I refuse to get rid of my wife. And so I reset the stats of Corona and got all the items back from her. The items that I got back include, I believe I used the reset of her books. Actually, don't know where I would find that. Let's go to Naki. I'll try and find it here. So it's not that one. Not that one. This one. So I used the gem here to reset this with diamonds, and you get all the books back that you invested into the character. So Corona's now reset, and I put them all into Enma, of which has gotten him up to 500,000 power, and he is now just below Nishiro in terms of power. He is noticeably better than Toka already, even in terms of like normal DPS and stuff like that. And now that I've seen just how crazily fantastic it was to reset that, I'm kind of sad I didn't reset Toka, because I could have gotten Enma to a far higher tier and got him even better. Probably would have surpassed Rize in that casing. But we take what we can get for right now. I also got Hirako up to 7-star yesterday. That's real fascinating. He's going to be just kind of sitting inside my support game mode for right now. This section right here, like, he gives a huge power increase, so that's at least fine, but I don't think a 7-star Hirako is what I'm looking for personally. We are going to go ahead. So we're going to run with a Koma, and we're going to run with a Hide on the front team. You know what? That back team is probably fine for right now, because we only need the power from it. I actually want to go ahead and put Hide as the controlled character for right now. So we'll put Enma right there. I'm going to go ahead and go into, I guess, just the newest level and see what we can do. I don't really want to go and encounter enemies. I want to show the moveset of Hide and what he has to offer for the most part. I need to try and read up about his abilities as well, because there is some special things to it in terms of like buffing his own attack. This is not a level. This is a stealth level. This is a very Hide level, actually. Oh, that is not... Okay. I immediately got caught by that because I didn't realize he would turn around immediately. Okay, we're going to go back a level, actually. So I really want to see exactly his moveset. Like, I can't use his moves at all on a stealth level. Sure. Damn it, this is the fire one! This is the laggiest, horrible thing ever! Okay. You know what? We're just gonna... So his second is a buff to his own attack. Oh dear. Listen, the fire and the flames is not okay. We need... You know what, Enma? You need to kill him. I will watch you from afar. This is like owl suppression. I'm watching you on a bike from far away. Hi. Good job, Enma. I'm real proud of you. I apparently buff your attack as well. Huh. Okay, why does he look like a monkey? Why does Hide look like an actual monk? The fact that his nose doesn't, like, he has the line, but his nose has the 2 nostrils. He looks like... I watched Batman Ninja yesterday. He looks like Monkichi from it. I'm getting that, like, slight vibe. Hopefully you're doing alright, Hide. You're a bit of a weirdo, but I love you nonetheless. Here, is there a better level we can go look at that isn't filled with fire and flames and death and dismay? How about a level I haven't gotten 3 stars on, like this one? We'll go with Enma and see exactly what Hide's moveset actually is. So his second is definitely a buff to the full squad. Actually, I look up translations, can't I? The issue is Yandex Translate that I use to translate. With Chinese, it's not particularly good. So the second is a buff. First is a kick. Third is the backpack swing. I'm getting serious Pinto vibes right now. He also, I like his, like, big kick. Also, of course, he rolls up his pants like that. I respect it. Is this the Kaneki Kakuja level? No, okay, it isn't. Hey there, Amon. How you doing, dude? We're gonna go ahead and take you down now. Buff Enma's attack, and we'll just have him do the good thing. Ow, okay. That hurts real bad. Okay, we'll just treat Amon as if he's Kane. Just murder it all. I've heard really good things about what Hide does have to offer in the late game. Like, I haven't actually invested in him all that much, and obviously I haven't really grinded him on the board game aside from just getting his character, but I'm gonna go ahead and look up translations now. Here. Let's go and open up his character profile. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and look into this. I will be right back. Okay, so we are loading into level right now, and I'm going to go ahead and read off the translations of the skills as we get into this, because it is something interesting. So this level, I actually don't know what we're doing, but that's fine. So his third is the use of a book bag. Hit the enemy to do 26,000 damage and 30% probability to immediately end the cooling of the cooldowns of someone else's strong attack. It's actually, the phrasing of things is really awkward. It also says that it increases the hurt by 10%. So I imagine that means that it increases the damage of friendly skills by 10% on enemies, and it says 50% more if it gets buffed, so you can actually stack it on enemies. You also awaken the weapon and get better damage on it, so makes sense. We also have the second here, which is the buff, which is upgrade team attack by 1,000 or 16,000 continuously, and it lasts for 5 seconds. Pretty good. And finally, we have his first, of which is a pretty small area. It is 29,000 damage. It boosts his own attack up to 20%, but nothing too crazy on it itself. He is mostly meant to be like a side part of your team to kind of get some extra buffs in and just get some extra DPS on the side. I feel as if a team of him, Toka Rabbit, and Enma would just make a lot of sense inside certain game modes, but it would definitely be hard to try and invest in all of them to get them upgraded and test them out together. Either way, though, good stuff. I do like Hide quite a bit. His actual gameplay is very lackluster, but of course, that's what Hide is. He doesn't represent something crazy. That's a big mom. Hell yeah. He doesn't represent something crazy inside Tokyo Ghoul. He isn't like the power scaling endgame crazy dude. He's just some dude with a backpack who just really likes his friend. And that's it. He just really has this hardcore crush on his best friend and doesn't know how to deal with it. This fucking demisexual dude. Anyway, it's just cute. It's a good time. And you can see there, I actually got my book bag swing back immediately. So it did get the cooldown back to 0 immediately as well. So he does have work he can put in. Either way, he's a good boy. Shout out to our boy Heed. Oh, there's something in my eye. Ah, get out. I don't like this shit. This isn't fucking Osmosis Jones, dude. Alright, I'm just trying to think of what else I even want to do today. Like, I have the Yomo game mode. Yomo game mode. The Juzo game mode, of which I use Yomo a lot. So you could do that. I don't know, man. I just think Hide was neat, and I do want to do some showcases later on of other units in the game. I feel as if there's some other people that are going to be interesting, especially Ayumu. Ayumu is one of those ones I really want to try and pick up and invest in quite hard in the future. I'm going to do this, toss Toka here, toss here. This is my ideal endgame team. I remember someone said there was a lot of Rinkakus here. Honestly, see, so Enma... this is a beautiful shine. I like that. This Enma, he's a Bikaku, but it actually does like move around like a Rinkaku like Nishiro's does. Here, let's actually, can we get a full squad of Rinkaku or Wiggly boys? Here, what other Wiggly boys do we have? We can do this. A pretty good Wiggly. And we can do, where's the mask Kaneki? There he is. Is there anyone else that does Wigglies? God, his sounds are nasty. Can't think of anyone else who has the Wiggly boys, unfortunately. Oh, Applehead, you have a Wiggly. Yeah, look. This is the ultimate in Wiggles. Non-stop wiggle action is a go-go. That's so goofy. I love it. All right. We are going to go ahead and go and do our grinding, I suppose. What day of the week is it? Oh! I actually could totally do this. Let's go try out Enma on this game mode. I need to actually get more chests for him anyway, so now's the time. He also has the attack speed to get this done, so maybe he'll actually complete this. Granted, he's super single target, so maybe not, because he just doesn't have the ability to hit multiple people at once, and without doing that, you kind of can't defeat 35 dummies in a minute and a half. Like, this does a thing, but yeah, no, this is very difficult. Alright, we actually are going to back out here. It appears that Enma is not the boy to give us chests here. And unfortunately, like, Rize can't even do it for me. Because, like, her DPS isn't high enough. She has a lot of AoE, and she's able to control the field really well. Her third has amazing stun. Her second is a huge pull in. But, like, it doesn't do the damage to actually beat the mannequins. How can we beat mannequins effectively? Honestly, my best bet's probably Toka. Like, truthfully and wholeheartedly. It's very difficult to beat these, and Toka has the best AoE stuff that I do own right now. Granted, she can only do the 4-star version of this, so I don't even know if that's worth it. Maybe I should just do the Rize and do the 5-star version, because that actually is more chests at least. Can I hold this? Can. Neato. This new mouse that I got is actually way louder than it used to be. Like, I used to have a mouse that was, it was intentionally made, I think, to be super quiet, so it feels weird to actually have a mechanical one now. Well, do they call mice mechanical if they make sounds? I know that I refer to the loud click-clacks of death on a keyboard as a mechanical keyboard, but I don't know if it's entirely accurate for the mouse zone. Either way, we are getting this. You know, I'm actually at, I think 105 shards of the SS Kaneki. We're getting even closer right now, and I think the rewards are being given out soon for the Juzo game mode, which will give me plenty of items for that. I also think I'm getting close to getting 5 more shards off of my ranking. I think I actually think I misunderstood a lot about it, and I misunderstood the ranking system that's on that. Where are you going? Are you trying to leave the shop? That is a weird direction to run in. Okay, sure. But yeah, I am not a smart man. And in this game mode, where I thought that the rewards were based on the points you have, it's actually not. It's super not. It's painfully, totally, super not. So this, I can't even like point to it. That cross symbol that's right on that leftmost ranking, that's a 10. You get that reward off of getting to 10th place on this game mode. And I'm currently in 12th. So that explains why I was so painfully wrong about that. Also, mad respect to Stisk. Stisk is actually inside our Discord and is currently in 3rd place on the server. I completely respect it. But yeah, I think that I just need to start translating stuff for myself and actually stop being like, inferences, while they are helpful, aren't actually helpful for understanding the game better than I currently do. And I just need to stop being lazy and be like, I need to Gyozo this right now. So, we're doing the 5-star version of Rize's. I want to see if I can actually complete this effectively. And honestly, we're already shaping up to be pretty decent here. We'll try the 6-star thing after this, because this seems as if we're already in a green zone. Here, let's just do these stabs. But it feels so nice to actually be able to have a proper headset on. The headphones I had previously that I was using, like, they were earbuds. And the way that it works is, my old computer, it had a 4-prong plug on the inside, while the headphones I was using was 3-prong. And so it didn't actually give all the audio and had like a weird squeaking sound in the background of everything. This thing has a similar thing where sometimes there's like dead zones on the headphones if you have them plugged in. These ones are Bluetooth. These ones I have no issues at all. These ones I can hear all kinds of bass. I have no static. I have like... Listen, I am a very hardcore audiophile when it comes to stuff like this. I think that you'll notice even in my recording stuff, when I do my editing, I am so painfully focused on the idea of balancing audio that it goes to my own deficit, truthfully. I'm so focused on the idea of being able to control all the channels and max out certain audios exactly where I want them to be, that I will stop recording and, or like not stop recording, but I will stop editing if I realize that a video is recorded all on one track. Because like, the idea that I'm not balanced with the audio that I'm listening to kills me. It like, my OCD is torn asunder by it. And like, that's also why stream stuff is weird. And like, I recorded recently on a stream the game Hades by Epic Games. It's or Supergiant Games, the people that did Transistor. It was fantastic. However, I lost the file for the actual VOD of the stream. And in doing so, I can download the VOD off of Twitch where the audio is super unbalanced and I realized that the game audio was way too loud during the stream. Or I could just leave it and do it again in the future and put up that video instead. And like, it's so goofy because I know that it's not a huge deal. But it just kills me, the idea of having this like lesser quality video go out. It's creative overindulgence, I feel. Also, we were at 40 kills. I think I just played that better. I could probably actually get that done. We're gonna try that again. Because I actually think if I do that, I can invest some diamonds into getting more chests as well. Which God knows we want to get that Rize chest. Bad jokes all around here at LeaIsChill. Let's party. You know, it's kind of dark that she says that it's all your fault whenever you use her 3rd strong attack. Also, who is she saying it to right now? She is alone in a mask room talking to mannequins about how it's all their fault. That's schizophrenia. That right there. Is that messed up to say? See, I wonder if, like, mentioning the existence of hallucinations and, what I've observed from my family members is something that's too dark to discuss on videos like this, right? Because in my family, I have quite a few people who have been diagnosed with schizophrenia, and obviously, they're my family, I love them, they are absolutely stellar. But you do have those times when you're like at Thanksgiving, and there are times when anxiety gets the best of people. And that's just how it goes. But Rize, she's saying it's all your fault to the mannequins. Sounds like something very similar to what I've had happen. Might once talked to kitchen knives in like the kitchen, talking about how the turkey is almost done, and like she was having a full conversation with it, and like that's just how mental illness is very strange around stuff like that. And I feel as if it's not discussed very often because I feel as if schizophrenia is not really a topic that's talked about aside from a documentary environment, I feel. I feel as if I haven't really had much exposure myself, at least. Also, I'm just going to go ahead and do the 5-star version of Rize's thing again. Schizophrenia, borderline personality disorder, dissociative identity disorder, stuff like that. That's not really discussed aside from environments of which are more stigmatic, I suppose. They're usually discussed in environments that are more looking at things for their medical value and what it causes to a person, rather than just experiencing it as the person actually being a person. And I know it sounds strange to discuss it like that, but it's just something that I've noticed where it's almost its own stigma in having these topics have to be in a documentary format and not just having these people do their own stuff. And actually, so I watched someone on YouTube by the name of I Have Schizophrenia, and he does his own gaming channel stuff on twitch.tv. I've actually been enjoying the streams quite a bit recently. And I kind of like to... I like to understand exactly what having schizophrenia itself is, and having these ailments of which I will never actually, or hopefully I will never actually experience for myself. Not in a way of which I'm like, oh, I sure don't want that, but in the way where, like, I understand that it's an ailment of which just sucks. And even the people who have it understand that it's just... Oh, that's always the issue with diagnosis or diagnoses like that. You have to, or you don't have to accept the diagnosis for itself, but if you have to acknowledge the fact that something is wrong with how things are going in your mind, it definitely creates a disconnect between what you currently experience and what you actually want to experience. There's kind of that, like, separation in terms of identity where it's like, I want to be this functioning person in society, and I want to avoid going on disability, or I want to actually have a job. But the way that your mind works, it just doesn't function properly to be able to be in an environment like that. I have a very similar thing where I think that I can't be alone on, like, for example... I can't do a job by myself for 8 hours a day because of the way that my mind works. It wanders in directions of which will put me into depressive episodes and PTSD attacks whenever I do, like, kind of sit by myself for too long without audio playing, without some sort of stimulus. So it's interesting. It's fascinating how the mind works and how, like, I've been looking more and more into stuff like this. I've been trying to understand mental health stuff more and more recently. And I think I'm fascinated by the idea of different makeups of the mind and how things do change between person to person. So yeah, that's a thing. That's interesting. That's a tangent that people have now heard. I don't know. A lot of my life has been deeply rooted in the ideas of mental health and what exactly it means to have those difficulties. So understanding it's just kind of been something that I needed to do, or I wanted to do for myself as well. Also, I totally have no taunt right now. Taunt them and run. I have no skill. Go! Taunt, stun, run. This is how it works. Toka, I need you to do as much damage as possible before I die. My life is going to be taken right now. My white shirt is stained with the blood of my enemies as well as my own. Just how it goes sometimes. Toka, do it. Use your third. Use your third, please. Please, we're going to die. Toka, please. Toka, pop it. Attack them. I'm going to... Okay. We're on our second wave now. Let's hope for the best. I actually do have Rize here, so we probably have a good chance. Nice. I think having my secondary team have Rize and Nakion is really good because they can do some pretty good DPS if they need to, like, snipe out the last of someone's health bar. Like, the first team of Enma I don't find to be too great, mostly because Enma is so squishy, but that's just how it goes sometimes. I just realized how much red I have in my team. I guess I'm heavily biased towards characters of which do DPS, right? Like, I have Yomo as my blue, the front of my team, but for the most part, I have blue, red, 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 red. So, or blue, red, 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 red. So, whatever. Works out anyway. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take some boys down. I'm gonna go ahead and take off. Bye, guys. See, the thing is, this entire squad we're fighting is kind of a threat. Nishiro, Corona, and Enma Koji. Devil Ape, man! Are really solid at doing DPS and crushing health bars of single target enemies. And so this Yomo strategy is definitely tearing me apart. Almost like a counter strategy to what Yomo does. Here, stun and run away. If I actually pop my third, I can get more heal, or not heals, but more defense off. I don't even know if I want to stop to get that done though, because if I do, then he can come up and hit me in the back and I'll get backstabbed. Insert Dark Souls brow sound here. That was more of a Yoshi sound. It's like the type of thing. I want to play Dark Souls soon. Man, like, I fucking love Dark Souls. Dark Souls is a good video game. Dark Souls is one of those things that, like, it was one of the first games I played on Steam, like, truthfully and wholeheartedly. And, like, I have such fond memories of the first one. I feel like I do want to play the remaster at some point soon. Hell, it'd be really nice to go through, like, Solar the First Sin, the remaster of the first one, and as well as maybe go through, I think the third one had Ashes of Ariandel, which is the full release of the everything, so that'd be a really good time. I actually played the DLCs for any of them aside from the Artorias one either. I've heard the remaster of the Dark Souls one wasn't too important though. He didn't really change much, aside from just like, oh, DS Fix is pre-installed, boys! Which, you know, that's cool, I guess. This Toka Rabbit is about to murder my entire team. I need to run. This third is going to be my main way to kill you. Oh, I feel like I'm playing Battle Royale right now. I feel like I'm struggling to get the last little bit of your health down. Oh no. I want to have both my strong attacks first. Go! Come on! Yeah! Listen, Naki. You just confirmed that we are going to be able to get Juzo shards today. Bless your soul and all 9 of your kids. I hope that they're going to have a good time. We'll do the Yomo strategy on this one just to be safe. Because once in a while, 2 million or 2.1 million or up to like 2.4 million can just kill you fairly easily if they're Toka Rabbit or like any SS characters upgraded to a decent tier. So we cheese when we're able to. We cheese our best. We cheese to the utmost of our abilities. Also, it's kind of dark that we have these shards that just stick in our bodies permanently afterwards. There's something about, like, that would be a huge wound to have in your side right now. That is Shirazu death styles of wounds right there. Speaking of Shirazu deaths, I wonder if they are going to get the license to doing re-characters inside Tokyo Ghoul War Age. It does feel like something that they are going to end up doing sometime soon, because they are kind of approaching that zone where, like, Route A for them is almost over. They're adapting the Eto into an SSS unit later on, but other than that, like, who else would they adapt into units from the original? Like, I'm imagining, like, oh, full Eto Owl. Oh, Kaneki Super Half Kakuja. There's not really a heck of a lot that you can put into Route A unless you try and go into manga territory, which, of course, usually isn't accepted too well inside Shueisha's zone. Granted, we are in the lawless lands of Chinese video games, so who knows. Granted, I've heard some things about the mobage industry inside China a little bit more recently. Apparently, there is quite a bit of disdain for the idea of knockoffs, and the disdain for the idea of just using a property to profit off of it and not just, like, not creating a game that's actually worth playing, but creating a game just for the sake of making money. And hearing that it's actually frowned upon and that the developer of especially War Age recently is trying to go against that is real. I feel as if that's the kind of integrity that, like, is really needed inside mobile game stuff. Like, I've been writing a video recently for my second channel stuff, because I've been trying to do that. This is just kind of a... We'll have this be a preview to what we're doing. I want to discuss how mobile games, in the way that they are currently, and the way that they currently are, like, situated, just are not healthy, both as an industry and as a game platform, because of how the developers of games have been treating them. This year, we've had a lot of times where, like, public outrage about game lacking content has happened often. I outraged about Dark War. Bleach Brave Souls community is currently outraging about the fact that they have had no characters that are, like, brand new or special since August, and everyone that has come out has been pretty copy-paste for the exact same strong attacks over and over. Blazing recently has been talking about how, like, there's not much to it, and there's not really, like, anything special to it anymore. The animations are the exact same that they've been for 2 years, almost 3 years at this point. And just the idea that, like, if you have the groundwork in place to have a good game, you need to keep on working on it to be able to have an actual good platform. The best example that I have currently of a game that updates as often as it needs to, and is still a functional game and doesn't break every single time it updates, is Fortnite. And I know that's really sad to say, but, like, Fortnite is probably the ideal form of, like, what a Mobage should end up being in the end game of what it has. Constant updates, constant changes, fun gameplay, co-op if you want it, solo if you want it, having competitive feel to it, but also having, like, a kind of lax environment, having things you can go towards, but having the money that you spend only be based on cosmetics. It's just, like, it takes these pieces of what a Mobage has to offer and puts them in place without having an actual gacha, and turns it into a game of which is just super fun to play. Granted, I don't really care about Fortnite all that much recently. I don't actually enjoy the game's gameplay all that much. I'm just not much of a competitive guy in terms of, like, shooters. You know me, I'm just like an RPG type guy. I like stories, I like collecting, I like having fun with characters and having cool animations. It's just, Fortnite doesn't fit in with what I want out of a, like, actual experience, but as a fundamental game and what it has to offer and what it's brought to the industry, I think that it's so substantial that you can't ignore it. Now, I'm trying to put it into essay formats to try and discuss all of these topics, because there's a lot that I feel as if in mobile games, people aren't very outspoken, and I feel as if there is a need to be. So, yeah, that's my whole thing. I've been really enjoying trying to talk about stuff like that and trying to kind of learn about industry stuff. But that is a Juzo piece for today as well. And so, I'm up to 15 pieces. Obviously, that's still going to take fucking forever to get Juzo properly, but we are getting to that point. Now, what is the 10th place point it's at? So, between me and 10th place, there is a 2,000 deficit. I don't think I'm going to be able to get up to that 2,000 deficit in time for the end of the season. That's a goddamn shame. So this person right here, they have a little flower in their name. I like that. Dude, I want to have that as a special character on my keyboard. I want to be able to use that in my speech. That'll be my new asterisk. It'll work out. So I do believe that has been our warriage for the day. I've been really enjoying the game recently. Just everything about it, from the animations to the way that the state of the game is, the things they've been adding to the things that you can do in it, the amount of game modes you can do and actually enjoy. It's definitely in the right direction. I just wish I could top up and actually support the game better than I can, but I want to promote it as much as possible since I can't top up for myself. Because I do think the game is one of the best ones out there in terms of Mobage that exist. I do find that the end game does get a bit difficult trying to do just your dailies over and over. Like recently, the SS thing is an outlier. You aren't usually going to get an SS character for free, but you can grind up yourself to get them. And you can see I got to 4-2 by myself just from logging in daily and doing my dailies, which is absolutely incredible. And once the 4-1 banner does come back around, the one that does have the token. Oh, wow. Hey, Hirako. I had a free ticket anyway, but neat. I haven't seen that animation in a while. Hey there, boy. I do wish I would have gotten any of the other SS units, or S units inside here, like Dual Blade Amon, Ayumu. Would have appreciated literally any of these, including like Juzo. But that works. Once the 4-1 banner does come around for Toka Rabbit, I do intend to put all of my diamonds into it. I'm trying to save up right now, but obviously I am quite poor at it, and I just need to... I need to just fucking stop spending diamonds. Ever. Just never again. Just have Enma get upgraded as much as I can with whatever diamonds I need to for a daily, then stop completely and never touch it again. Either way, we actually are going to end off the episode for right now. I just realized I want to upgrade Enma first. God damn it. I want to show off like the upgrades, because I actually don't think I showed off his new book level. He's at 14, he's at 13 all around, so he'll do well. Anyway, now, thank you for watching. I really love War Age. I'll be back sometime soon. Take it easy. I'll see you guys later. Bye.